Hey everybody, it's Lish here, coming to you from the 412, and we are going to go over the upper body routine that's focusing on body weight and resistance bands. We're just stretching here. Place that hand onto the wall and just rotate out there. Make sure your feet are parallel. Ground down through the big toe, pinky toe, and heel. Maybe rock through your hips a little bit, trying to stand up tall, making more room in the spine. Deep breathing, deep breathing. Good morning if this is your first workout. Go ahead, turn around here. Yes, the javelin stretch, it helps to open up the chest, stretch out the arms that have maybe been wrapped up around you all evening, all the way down through the wrist. Excellent. So this routine, I hope that you find it enjoyable. We're going to focus on doing a completion of the reps. So grab that stability ball and we're just going to warm up the body here and pick it up and slam it down. And don't worry if you have to go grab it. There's some time here. Make sure that you are trying to at least lift the ball up over your forehead. So let it come up pretty high before you're trying to slam it down. And you can go crisscross, right? Side to side. Bounce it on one side for a little bit, bounce it on the other side. Just a nice little way to get your heart rate warmed up or heart rate up. Please make sure your watch is set to strength training. Because we will definitely be focusing on rests. Reps and rests. And because the rests are going to be 30 seconds long, feel free to grab the stability ball and keep the lactic acid at bay from buildup in the muscles, okay? Just use that to work out the kinks. We're going to be repping till exhaustion. You can also use the rest to drink some water. Definitely drink lots of water. We're almost there. Almost there. Keep it going. And here's the rest. We're going to sit on the stability ball and wrap that band right around the middle section of your forearm, letting it come down right above the elbow. As I pull out, I am pulling my elbows down toward my hips, trying to engage more of my back in that way. And really try to ignite as many muscles as you can with this movement. So when you pull in, you're not pulling your elbows together, they're resetting in the middle so that you can kind of get a little squeeze in your pectorals. I love this movement. This movement is great upper body stimulation as well as breast stimulation, keeping those shoulders nice and lean. And here's your rest. Great job. Go ahead, pick up that stability ball and slam it a few times. Get some water. Shake out that lactic acid that you built up there. Good reps. We've got our next exercise coming up here. And we're going to pull that right where it is, just extend the arms forward, and you can do this fast or slow. What I'm looking for is a little bit of a hold, and you'll see I'm kind of turning around so you can see what's happening in the back here. Because that's why I look like this. Arms straight forward, shoulders relaxed from the ears, and I'm opening and squeezing. So I'm feeling pressure wrap around the midsection of my back here. Getting those deltoids, but that also helps round out because the shoulders are at work here as well. And you want those scapulae to come together. So the middle of your back, those what you would think of as your shoulder blades, you want those to squeeze together as you open. Posture is important in this movement. You're almost there. Rest. Excellent. Slam that stability ball a few times. You have time. Yeah, shake out some of that stress there. Get ready. So we're going to keep that up and around our wrists, and we're going to reach up higher toward the ceiling here. Nice elongated arms. And again, I'm opening as wide as I possibly can while relaxing my shoulders from my ears. So I'm feeling pressure push down from my neck. And this, if you are struggling with a lot of neck pain, this can really help because what's happening is that there are overactive muscles that are being pressed in because larger muscles like our lats here and the subscapularis, they are not being engaged properly with movement. So if you can train yourself to remember to use all of these muscles rather than the ones closest to your neck, you will be preventing harm. Keep that going, keep that going. Just because you see Lish stop doesn't mean you stop. Just kidding. Take a rest, take a rest. That's my editing for this video. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, bounce that stability ball a little bit. Grab some water. Here we go. Get ready. And we're going to go ahead, get down to the floor. No band at this time. I am keeping it on single. You can alternate it, of course. We essentially want to go back to back if you are going to go alternate 30 times. Make sure that you're pulling up through your belly button, tucking in, like right on top of your pelvis actually. Form a bind between those two things. That's a key little tip. Try to make a connection between your belly button and the top of your pelvis. And what happens to everything when you try to form a connection there? That's what you need in your plank. And in particular, the area that I'm talking about usually tends to be a little bit of a problem for everybody anyway. Not that I have a problem with it. I wish I had a fupa. Come on, fupa. Come on. Get ready? That's it. Take a break. You're doing amazing, sweetie. You can actually get some water here. Take time to really gulp down. Take a few deep breaths. Now we're going to go ahead and rotate. You can do this modified by dropping your knee down to the floor if you need to. So keeping both knees down on the floor and rotating so the top leg elongates is a way to modify this. Otherwise, if you have this program without the modified video, I expect you to do it like I am. Make sure your palms are wide. Don't try to do this with your fingertips together, causing more stress on those wrist joints. Try to widen it out. Or do what's comfortable as well. Do what's comfortable, because I can't tell you to keep it wide. I just know that's a more balanced way of doing it for me. But I can't tell you how you feel. So do what helps you do it. Get ready for it. And rest. Nice work, nice work. Again, take some time to... Thanks for sticking with me here. Doing a great job. Go ahead, grab some water. You're going to prep for this next movement by stepping onto the hip circle, keeping some room, and stepping back into kind of a straddle step. So you're going to look like you're in a lunge, but not a full lunge. Trying to make sure all toes are going in the same direction as well. There we go. And this is a row, a bent over row. So my hand is on my hip and I'm leaning forward. And my goal here is to ignite all of the muscles that I was previously igniting, not just what it seems like I'm doing with my arm. You might get an even better view here. Nice. Just stepping into a little bit of a split here. My children are cleaning up their playroom in the back. I was so mad. And make sure that that tummy is nice and tight, okay? Make sure that tummy is nice and tight. Don't worry, you're going to get an opportunity to do this. Make sure you're just sticking to one side. Good, good. If you switched out because you saw me turn around, go ahead and do some equal reps on the other side because we're going to do that again. Rows are excellent for keeping that upper body strength and chest strength, especially just because for the upper body, we don't want to make a dependency on our back, our lower back. We tend to do that. The upper body has a lot of support in it as well. So we're just switching over here to the right side. And definitely pay attention to whatever is written over what I say. Do all the written cues prior to the voiceover. Yep, this is just showing another angle. Don't switch sides, though. And see how I'm letting my arm go long, just enough. I'm not rounding out. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Keep up the good work. And we're going to go back to the ball here. Have a seat, keeping that resistance band in the same place underneath the foot. We're going to keep our arm long and extend it back, right? So we're not using just the triceps. We're actually rotating our shoulders backward and again, igniting as much of that middle back as we can. And based off of where I'm pulling or squeezing that back to, and don't worry, you're going to have an opportunity to do this on the other side. Don't worry about switching. What you really want to do is go from knee just to where your hip or your back finishes. So you're not going to extend outside of your range of motion. Keep that key. That's how we're going to build those muscles. Do not overextend. It's not about how far you can go. It's about how many muscles you can get to work at once. I cracked myself up. Nice. Go ahead. Get up off that stability ball. Bounce it around a little bit. Doesn't hurt to keep your heart rate up during this time. If you need to, you can roll your shoulders a little bit. Things might be getting kind of stiff here. And we're going to do the other side. And of course, I'm exhaling as I'm setting this back, and I'm trying to breathe through my nose. There's no better vessel in your body to breathe with than your nose. And think about arm work as heart work, right? We're just protecting fat from sitting on top of our hearts. So don't be scared about the muscles, ladies. Don't be scared. All right, we're getting there. Don't you worry, we're getting there. Toss that ball around a little bit. And we're doing the bicep curl single side. So starting on the left, we're sitting down. And of course, you can do this just in a regular chair. You do not have to be on a stability ball. Uh, but the stability ball does offer more core work. At any given time, it can move and roll and things like that if you're sloppy, and that's why I like it. But also, you have to get used to understanding that your core is important in every motion that you do. That's how you keep tight abs. Your core rests when you go to sleep. Go ahead and rest here. And this will be the last set here for bicep curl. There we go. So we're just finishing off here. And as always, remember, if you have any questions, if you need more guidance, just hit me up in the chat and or text me and I'll be able to clarify anything that you need. If you are having any kind of pain, let me know about that too so that we can make an adjustment to the regimen. And of course, make sure that you go ahead and foam roll it out with my favorite foam rolling video. You should have that too. Or do a sun salutation. And it's Lish. I'm out. It's always a pleasure. Have an excellent day.